be a good human. We're not religious, right? But I think a lot of our friends are devout Christians. And I think the underlying message to any religion is just to be a good, decent person. Like, we're not going to be a bully. We're not going to make fun of people. We're not going to, like, get greedy and just be a decent human. I think if we do that as parents, we've done our job.
Hey there, welcome back to Above and Beyond, where excellence meets elevation. I'm your host, Jan Simon, and this season we're raising the bar, diving into the passion, purpose, and defining moments of leaders who don't just aim high, they live there. Big ideas, real stories. Let's get into it.
Today's episode is a special one because we're not in the studio. As you can tell by the background, we're coming to you remotely from one of the most legendary neighborhood hangouts you'll ever see, Lippy McGingersnip.
That's it. Welcome. I'm honored to have you as our first. Is it first out of studio?
First out of studio. Built inside his own garage, it's a reflection of the man behind it. Welcoming, memorable, and all about bringing people together. Our guest, Brian Riley, is a relationship builder, a community guy, an amazing father to his 3 kids, and the proud husband to his much better half, Cheryl. This is a man who clearly loves people, loves family, and knows how to create connection everywhere he goes. Brian, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
This is great, man. I'm excited just to hang out, talk a little bit. We'll share some stories.
Dig into it. So cheers.
Is there a pint limit?
There are no pint limits.
Okay.
We could be trashed out on the floor when this is over.
We might be.
So I start every episode kind of running into where you grew up. What did that look like?
I grew up in Enfield, Connecticut, small town back east in New England. Great childhood. No regrets. It was just getting a little too small for me at the time, where I looked around and a lot of my friends were going off to college. They were going off into careers, and I wasn't. So I had a moment where I was like, something has to change. So it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you play sports growing up?
I did. I played football and baseball pretty much my entire life.
Okay.
Yep.
How'd that go for you?
It was great.
Yeah.
Listen, sports back then were completely different than they are now. We're in a culture of you must win, and you build these teams that are just loaded with great players, and all they do is win.
Yeah.
We're back when I was growing up, it was more about development. And you play with your buddies every day, and you got better together, and you got coached, and you got developed, and you learned kind of how to win, how to lose. Kids are a lot better skilled today in their sports, in their particular sports. But a lot of times these kids are into clubs, and they win, and they win, and they win, and they do not know how to handle how to lose because they win so frequently because of the super teams and the club environment. It's completely changed from when we were younger.
Yeah.
It's I personally do not like it. There's a need for it, I guess, but I do think it prevents the kids from developing and just building those bonds that you had growing up playing neighborhood sports with your buddies.
Yeah.
A lot of kids today, they don't play sports with their friends. They play sports with the best kids around.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big miss in our kids' development.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think I would agree with that. I mean, I think, and really it goes beyond that. I'm totally a proponent of school of choice.
Yeah.
Right? I think people should be able to choose. But with that, I think comes some downfall because, I mean, you get, I don't like this teacher, so I'm going to move the kids. So now all of a sudden you've got kids growing up with kids that aren't in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
And can you still develop and build those same relationships? It's like that whole thing where it's like, I just don't know if, and it's different. So like for me, I mean, I grew up in a very small town. It's like, this is the elementary school you went to. This is the middle school you went to. There's a junior high, and you didn't have a choice.
No, it was regimented, and I liked it, like, I don't know. I don't know about you, but for me, those are my best friends still to this day growing up, are those kids that you grew up in your small town with, man. Like, it was good. I loved it.
Yeah.
But again, when you get older and you have different needs and different wants, like, you got to make a choice. And then shout out to the Gilbert Chamber, but like the Gilbert Chamber is where I first presented like how saying yes has changed my life. Like, it's a long story, but basically I was doing nothing with my life in Enfield. Snowstorm hit. No one was on the road. I had just bought a 4x4, and I decided to go driving. I went to the mall. It pretty much was all shut down. And then I walked into a store called Structure. Do you remember Structure?
Yeah. Yep.
And I had no business being in there, man. I was totally hungover, a disaster. And then I went in, and I'll never forget the store manager's name. Her name was Tracy Nevins. And she goes, "Are you here for the interview?" And I was like, "Yeah,
No.
I am." Yeah, so
That's awesome.
there's a longer story to this, but I basically say, like, my journey started with that conversation by just saying yes. I got hired on at Structure, and then eventually I became one of the store managers of one of the most profitable stores for Express. That's where I met my wife. That's where I had started my family. So, like, I owe everything to that moment, saying yes, getting out of Enfield, and eventually being where I am today.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Take me back to school. How big was the school that you went to? High school.
It was small. It was small. I would probably say it was like a Williamsfield, probably a little smaller than Williamsfield.
That's huge.
Is Williamsfield huge?
Well, it's to me. I mean, I graduated with 104 people.
All
or
right,
something
I'll
like
probably
that.
say about 100, like 180, 200 people, you know. But like, yeah, I wouldn't change it, man. I
Yeah.
absolutely loved my hometown. I did.
Do you still go back?
I used to. Once in a while I did, but like, you know, you go back and it's been 20 years, you know, like people have lives, they have families, they have jobs. It's
Yeah.
tough to kind of like, sorry, Jan,
You're good. He's good.
go. He's going to trip. Sorry. So it's tough because people have life, man.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, we stay in touch by phone and text, occasionally a vacation here and there, but I understand, like
Yeah.
time for me is more important than anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody in your formative years, in those early years, that stepped up, slapped you upside the head, kind of kept you straight, or were you?
I had a really good core of friends, man.
Okay.
I think I lessons that I talk to my girls about, and even Oaks, who's my youngest son, but like, you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. It's kind of like our message that we have for our kids. And for me, like, I had the best.
That's
I
awesome.
had the best, man. I didn't have anyone like shake me. Like my brother always kind of like protected me. He's big brother, protected me. But like for me to be where I am, it's obviously a shout out to my family, but
Yeah.
my friends, man, my core friends back home in Connecticut. I wouldn't have been able to do it without them.
Nice. Now, did you go to college after high school?
I did. Well, not after high school. After high school, I took a year off, and then I went to a small college up in Boston called Endicott College. Played baseball for a year. That's all I wanted to do, man. I didn't want to do the college thing. So I played a year, did it, and I got out, and then I started running a rec center back home.
Okay.
Put a lot of the sports programs in for the youth programs, and like, it's like a YMCA for
Yeah.
our town. But yeah, no, listen, man, like I have been I hate using the word screw up. It's not a screw up, but like I've never been driven by money. I don't think money makes happiness. Back to the pub, you know, like I like time with good people, and I like talking about life. Like I love sharing life with a lot of our friends in our neighborhood. Like you've become part of this pub, you know, like for me, time.
Yeah.
Time is more important than money because I've seen it. Like and we'll talk about it, I'm sure, later, but like I've seen those guys that are making millions and millions and millions, but like they have no time.
Yeah.
They're always working.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, like as I gotten older, I'm 50 now, and like I realize our time is kind of like getting shorter and shorter by the day. So my priorities change, you know, like I pick up my kids, I drop them off at school, like I won't miss an event. That's just me now.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people are driven by money. Money has never made me happy. I've never had money growing up, but I was always happy. I was always a happy kid. So I never equated money and happiness. And I still have that philosophy. Money's great. Money is great, but it's not important. It's not more important than health and than time and just this, man. This is the best.
Yeah. Well, having gotten to know you a little bit over time, you are a very magnetic personality. You attract people. I think you attract quality people.
Yeah.
And you're charismatic to be around. I mean, there's quality there. So I think that's the cool thing, right? You can get people that everybody likes to be around, but
Yeah.
nobody really knows why they like to be around that person, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like with you, I mean, that's there, but then there's also this, you go out of your way to make everybody feel like they're part of it.
Well, that means a lot. And I appreciate that. And I think regardless of who you're around, like if you, like today, like you are giving me some time, I'm giving you your time, I think that's one of the most important, if not the most important quality doing business development. because that's what I do, right? I
Yeah.
do business development for Built Different Restoration. And my whole thing is if I give you time or vice versa, if you give me time,
Yeah.
there's no distractions. There's no phones. There's no side conversations. Like,
ATVs.
well,
No, just kidding.
this is kind of like
This
an
is
everyday
cool,
Sunday
though.
morning,
This is
like,
freaking awesome, yeah.
but normally the door is open and people will come, like I'll have like maybe 20 to 30 people a day come by and have a pint and we'll watch some sports and we'll just talk about life.
Yeah.
We'll talk about kids, we'll talk about careers. And in our neighborhood, like we have just a variety of people from all walks of life. But when you come in here, everyone is just, I don't know, it's an
Yeah.
equal, like there's nothing that I want out of conversations with people.
Yeah.
And we were talking earlier.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were
No,
talking
yeah, yeah.
earlier. We were talking earlier off of camera. But like in the beginning of my career, I don't know if you're going to talk about this, but I had no idea what I was doing because I was all about retail. It was retail for 20 years, and it was great to me. I loved it. But then COVID happened, and everyone thought we were dying.
Yeah.
And then I kind of saw the writing on the wall when they shut us down. And luckily, we were considered essential workers.
Okay.
So they allowed us to go in and just do online fulfillment ships. And then when we reopened, it was all of the restrictions. It was masks, it was gloves, it was wiping down with antibacterial liquids. And it was just like, all right, like this isn't happening. So I had a great opportunity with a great company out in Colorado, Hazelton Construction. They had a restoration arm down here, and they were going to do restoration along with development with some of the larger construction companies. And they asked me if I wanted to come do business development. And I was like, I have no idea what that is. But going back to the power of saying yes, I said, yes, man, let's
Lean
do
in.
it.
Yeah.
And I got my teeth kicked in.
Okay.
I had no idea what I was doing. No idea. And eventually, like, they ended up relocating. They went back to Colorado. Long story short, saying yes gave me the opportunity where I am now, working for Bob, working for Built Different. But, like, from where I was all about selling, just not being me.
Yeah.
And there's an example, so I'll get back to it. But, like, now that I'm more comfortable in my role, and I've got my teeth kicked in, I met some really good people. Some people in multifamily, insurance, like these guys I consider they're very good friends, right? I don't sell anymore. Like, I hate that word sell. I think connecting, building a relationship, like you were a target of mine when I was with another company because you're in insurance, commercial insurance.
Yeah.
And like I went in there when I first probably met you, I do remember the day. I don't remember how we conversated.
Yeah.
But I know I probably went in there trying to sell you that you need me as a business. And now I flipped. Now I connect and I don't lie. Like we're at a golf tournament on Friday and we just rebranded. So like I gave a girl one of my cards and she's like, oh my God, I remember you. She's like, I remember this card. She's like, we got to get back together. And like, I looked at Shayna when she had left and I was like, she's so full of shit. There's zero chance you remembered me because we've just got these cards in, like, and I looked at Shayna and I was like, look, lesson. We never lie.
Yeah.
We never lie because you start getting into that lie or you're getting into telling them what they want. Like, it just doesn't work. Connect with me. And if we don't connect, that's fine. You might connect with someone else down the road.
Right.
But I want to have business. I want to do business with people I like, I trust. Mark Newman talks about it.
Yep.
Know, like, and trust, right?
Yep.
And that's stayed with me.
Yeah.
And I observe everybody when I'm out. And I learn from them and what they say and how they approach. But, like, it's big. Like, you have to learn. You can't go in there not wanting to learn from somebody.
Well, and I think too, I mean, to your whole point, and it's crazy because I've been in sales positions that are boiler room sales positions, right?
Yeah.
Dial.
Yep.
And I truly believe I'm the worst salesperson in the world because I can't close a deal.
Right.
Right? But it's because I want the person to make the decision that, yes, you're the person I want to do business with.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to chase you down. I'm not going to scrub at your heels and beg you. And I will do what I can to be a friend or a colleague or a consultant for that person. At the end of the day, there's a million insurance agents out there, just like there's a million restoration companies.
Yeah.
So you got to do business with people that like and trust, right?
100%.
So if I can create that in some way, shape, or form outside of what it is that I do, then hopefully somebody will think about me, when they need, oh, you know what, our guy's a douchebag.
Yeah.
Call this guy, type of thing.
Yeah.
give him a chance for a little bit, see how it goes. But yeah, it's incredible, and I feel like, and I think that's one of the reasons I can't stand like open networking events, because people like, shake hands, hand a card, shake hands, hand a card.
I hate it, man.
And the number of mailing lists I'm on from people that I've met at events like that,
yeah.
I'm just like, just lose my contact information.
Yeah.
So it's like, but anyways, were there moments that influenced you or shaped you into who you are today?
Oh, that's a great question. It's a great question. So I was in LA, my dad had passed away, and I was just doing time as an associate for structure, right? And one of my managers at the time was like, hey, you got to kind of get your shit together, Like I went back, handled business, and then I came back to LA where I was like, all right, I got to figure this out. So eventually I got promoted to assistant manager, and then I took over the largest running express store in California at the time,
wow.
And that's kind of where I found me, because I was able to implement how I coach. I used to coach baseball back home. And for me, it was the development and growth of my players. Mm-hmm. And I just translated it into how I managed my team.
Okay.
There's a lot of people out there that just use their people to get where they need to go, and they are good. And they keep their people at a certain level just so everyone is good. And they make that manager look good. I was the exact opposite. I wanted to see my people shine. Mm. Like my assistant managers have better been a store manager in the next year or two, So that's kind of how I judge success, how I developed it, how my team had turned out in the future, whether it was store manager, regional manager. So that's kind of how I know if you're a good manager, if you're a good person or not, when you want to see your team shine and grow and develop together, because that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
And you see that. So I do a lot of multifamily work. Graystar, AMC. So I see a ton of property managers that I love doing business with because they have that same philosophy as me. And it's the same as retail, and it translates throughout all of our industries. If you have a community manager that loves to see the development of their people, those are the people that I want to work with. Those are the ones that I want to be a vendor for, because they care more about that than they do about personal growth. Because if you have development of your team, you'll have personal growth. It'll just come together.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I think that aha moments are usually, unfortunately, when it comes to like a life-changing event in someone's career.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about it, man. Like I could tell you stories all day when I had gotten to LA, or the journey from Connecticut to LA. I mean, just from finding our house in Agritopia, we found it on Craigslist.
By the way, if anybody wants to live 2 doors down from, I pulled in the neighborhood. I'm like, their house is for sale, and I'm like, oh no, it's
no, not ours, man. We're if I leave, I'm going to a beach, man.
Okay.
If everyone that knows me, like, beach makes me happy, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out, and so do pints. Well done on that.
That's a good pint. That's a good pint.
Yeah, no, that's a great question, and I think we're gonna probably go. You're gonna cut and you're gonna edit, but like, these are the questions I like.
Yeah,
because it makes you think, and it connects you to somebody.
Who were specific people in your life, maybe a manager, maybe your parents, maybe older brother, that really had influence on kind of tuning you into who you are? I mean, obviously, friends and all that stuff building you along the way, but was it really just a self-discovery, or was there somebody who kind of took you and said, you know what, I see something here that could be developed?
Shit, man, I don't know. Like looking back, you have your influences, your parental influences, right? Like my mom was probably the toughest person I've ever met. Worked her ass off for us. Like mom obviously was that role model. I don't know if I ever had that wake up moment other than me kind of like self-reflecting and figuring it out for myself.
Gotcha.
And then again, like once your spouse comes in, it changes the whole dynamic. And I always say this, I'm the fun one, Cheryl's the smart one, right? Like she's been a huge influence of me. I don't tell her that enough, and I don't want to get too emotional, but like if I had to say one person, I'd probably say mom as like just one of the toughest people I've ever met. Cheryl kind of straightened my ass out back in LA.
Gotcha.
Got everything kind of together, and then we've never, like, since 2001.
What was it about Cheryl that clicked you in? I mean, do you remember seeing her on the sales floor and going,
Oh,
Oh, shit.
oh yes, but I can't talk about that.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't talk about that. So we had like side bets. We had side bets, man, and yeah, it was so.
She was the crown jewel.
There's a very long story to this, but Structure and Express. So Structure was guys, Express was women, and we were in Sherman Oaks, California, and then I was in our store when we got the news that Structures were closing, and they were like, hey, like they sent whoever was in charge of that at the time, they sent him in. And I had a discussion to him. I was like, hey, that women's store down the hall is like 3 times our size. Why don't you take our guys' product and put it into the girls' store and do a dual gender store?
Okay.
I swear to you, a week later, we got a memo saying, all right, we're not closing. We're going into Express Women. So I was the guy. I was the guy that
You're the whole reason.
did Express how it is today. It
No
was
doubt.
dual gender. Yeah, that is a 100% truth fact. But yeah, man, we had fun because it was our guys team and then our girls team. Oh my gosh. And then it was Michael Weiss and Leslie Wexner, notorious for Jeffrey Epstein. He was in charge of Bath and Body Works. He was in charge of Victoria's Secret, limited brands. So he came into our store and invited the guys to a new event in Hollywood for the Express Grand Store opening.
No.
He had Cheryl work it. So Cheryl was working the fitting rooms.
Okay.
And I was a personal guest of Leslie Wexner over at an
No
opening.
kidding.
I won't say it, but I'll tell you offline. Creepy dude. Creepy dude. But hey, like it was fun. But little things like that, like it's stories, John. You know, like you meet so many cool people throughout your life, and I hope you spend time with them, man. Like I played in a Japanese baseball league in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, met some great people. Learned about the Japanese. Never drink with the Japanese.
Never drink with
They will drink you under the table.
kidding.
Oh my gosh, yes. But they're man,
Is sake, is that what it is, or what?
it's sake bombs.
Okay.
It's sake bombs. But yeah, man, like
What do they say once it goes down? And there's something like when you put
oh
the
yeah.
chopsticks
I
in
say
the
sake, you say bomb, sake bomb, and they whack the table and you chug it. Man, I had the best time with those guys. But growing up in Connecticut, when the predominant race was white,
Yeah.
going to LA, like I sold all my stuff. So I sold everything. And the girl I was dating at the time, we drove across the country and just figured it out. But like at the time, you go from Whiteville in
Yep.
Connecticut, and then you go into Sherman Oaks, California, and you see Persian, Armenian, Israeli, Black, Hispanic. And it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Like I remember, and I'll go back and tell you a story of that. So I was on a mic once, and a lady was speaking Spanish to me. At the time, I had no idea. I'm much better now. But I got on the mic, and I was like, hey, does anyone speak Mexican in the store?
None.
Yeah, and like all my buddies were like, dude, what did you just say? And I was like, what? And like they gave me a lesson. So basically,
That's too
they
funny.
gave me a lesson, but I learned a lot, and I applied it. You know, like I took over a store that the workers were predominantly white, in a store where you had a mix of customers. So I matched my shopping demographic to my people that I had in my store.
Gotcha.
So if it was 40% Armenian customer, I had a 40% Armenian staff. And then sales went through the roof. And we were generating sales. We were #1 store in the country.
Wow.
And it was because I identified and we kind of like course corrected and we just coached. Little things, man.
Yeah.
Little things that you can do to your business and that just can blow it up.
Yeah. Challenges and setbacks along the way.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
How do you overcome them? How do you get through?
I don't get rattled, man. I don't. I don't get rattled. Support.
You let Cheryl carry it?
I do. I let Cheryl carry all the stress and the burden of all of my screw-ups.
You're like,
It's pretty
just go out to
amazing.
the pub.
Yeah.
I'm in the tavern.
Yeah. Like
When you figure it out, let me know.
drinks, I guess. No, man, like anyone, we're alive. We're good. Like life could be so much worse. People tend to always just focus on the negative where I'm like, all right, like how could it be worse? You know, like what could be worse?
Yeah.
If that answers your question. If not, then we
Yeah.
can revisit.
Kind of somewhat. So we talked a little bit about, and I may have boosted your ego, but talked a little bit about how you're a connector. You're a people person. I see you as a people person.
I like people that I know aren't full of shit. Like, for me,
Are you a good judge of character?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm pretty dialed in.
Yeah.
That I will die on. Like, that's the hill I'll die on.
I'm a snowball. I don't know how you say it. Like, I trust way too easy. People told me that over time. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you got to just. So I need somebody. Like, Christine's kind of that person for me now. She's like, you might think about that a little bit. But
I coming from that retail environment. So, like, you obviously have people that walk into your store, and there's people that try to steal from you, right? So I always tell people, listen to your gut, listen to your instincts. 9 times out of 10, we stopped listening to our instincts a long time ago. But we have an instinct in our body from the evolutionary times of our being, right? You're in a cave and there's a dinosaur out there, and they're like, dude, don't go out there, you're gonna get eaten.
yeah.
And then, like, they go out there, they get eaten, and they're like, oh shit, I should have listened to my gut, right?
Right.
So I always tell people, listen to your gut. And if something inside of you is telling this person is not for you, cut ties and go.
Yeah.
When I was done. I had left First Onsite. I was one of their national team members in Arizona. I won't get into the story, but I left. And I was done with restoration just because of that industry. You know this as an insurance guy.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk. So we're going to talk about trades. So the trade industry in Arizona is as crooked. Can I say crooked? Is as crooked as it possibly can be. And when I say that, there's a lot of trades out there that work and operate on a referral-based business. Are you familiar with that industry? Like
Yep.
the referral-based?
Oh, yeah.
So I've always hated that. I've always hated that, and I've always hated people that I've networked with and partnered with and grew a relationship with that practice that. I think there's companies out there that do just really good work. You know, like there's some plumbing companies that I work with that just do good plumbing work, and I don't worry about.
No kickbacks.
I don't want to.
And I don't know if we can use kickbacks, but
I don't want it. Like,
Right.
I don't. I just want you to go represent me while I'm not there as good as you can and do great work, and I'll keep sending you money.
yeah.
But a lot of these resto companies, plumbing companies, like, and it's mainly the larger ones, like anything that has dry in them or Force or Lux. I'm not going to name any names, but like the bigger ones, right? You're a plumber. I'm one of those guys. You call me. Just by calling me, you'll give me $1,500 cash. Just by calling me. The resto company. And then, like,
Wait a second. Just to call you.
just to call me, and I come out, we put our flag down. Jan, here's $1,500.
Oh.
And that's the going rate right now. So if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but that's the going rate as of maybe last week. And I will challenge anyone that wants to challenge me on this. Like, this is 100% true. But in the end, the restoration company's not giving you $1,500. You're not making $1,500 from the restoration company.
Yeah.
You're making $1,500 from that customer that you went out that needed your help.
Yeah.
And I think that is why I stayed in the restoration business. You know, like when Bob interviewed me, I was like, man, I'm done. Like, I've seen some crazy shit out there that I do not like. And he's like,
Yeah.
give us a shot. And I did. And luckily him and Marcus have been phenomenal. And that is a practice we don't use. If I partner with you and if I send a vendor out, I get nothing. Our company gets nothing. It's just more of, hey, you do really good work and we're going to continue sending work. And that's how it should be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But if you do have a loss and you have a plumber that comes out and says, hey, let me call these guys, ask them first if they get a referral fee. Because if they do, then you're going to lose that money.
Yeah.
That's just how it is out there. And it stinks, but that's kind of the environment in roofing, plumbing, restoration. Like, it's just
Windshields.
windshields. It's the Wild West out
Yeah.
there. And so back to your question, I will not surround myself with people that do that. I know them. They're good people, but I won't do business with them.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's interesting because the insurance industry is not so different on the business side of the house. Now, in Arizona, it's a little bit less Wild West as it is in California.
Yeah.
With the broker's fees.
Yep.
But there's agents that I know that charge very big broker fees. And we get paid by the carrier. So we're getting compensated for writing policies. And some people say, well, now then you're working for the carriers. Like, well, all the carriers pay and they pretty much pay the same thing. So it's not like but if then I'm charging a broker fee on top of that, which is, some people are, it becomes a pretty crazy set of circumstances, I guess, if you will. And restoration, and I talked to Bob about this a few times. I think you and I've talked about it, where, you get a water loss, and it's like, okay, we need 2 dehumidifiers, we need 7 floor fans, we're gonna have to, cut out 12 inches up, rip the carpet out.
Yeah.
We'll have those dehumidifiers and those floor fans in there for 3 weeks. It's like, we're in the desert.
What are we doing?
It's like, we're in the desert.
What are we doing?
Yeah. So it's those things where it's like, to find somebody that you can really truly trust, I think is huge. And if I'm willing to do business with you and I'm not getting compensated for it, I will continue to do business with you.
Right.
Right? Until something goes wrong.
Yeah.
And then if we can't work it out, then, obviously something needs to be fixed there. But if you're compensating me, I'm not going to worry about something going wrong. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
$1,500.
That's minimum, by the way.
Dude.
That's minimum. There's we met a company. They have a partnership with a restoration company. Again, I won't say names. This is true. This is a true story. Me and Bob met with these guys, and they said they've given them so much referral fees. He was able to buy a cabin in Munts Park. I shit you not. So, guys, this is probably my last ride as a restoration rep.
Yeah.
I like my home. I like these guys, but I'm very well aware of the industry out there, man. And it's not.
Wow.
You got some good ones. There are some really good ones.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of bad ones. Just ask questions.
Yeah.
Just ask questions. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Have you never heard of that before?
No, I mean, I've heard of referral fees.
Yeah.
But, and I've been approached, obviously being an insurance, people are like, oh, and I'm like, nah, no.
There's ethics, right?
Can't
Like,
do it.
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like, I can't do it. And it's my license on the line. Like,
yeah.
I'm not willing to throw away my livelihood to get $100 or $1,500 or whatever it is. But I guess where I'm dumbfounded is $1,500, and I get it, right? Like, I used to be an adjuster for auto claims.
Okay.
When I started my career, and we would, if I had a claim where, let's say I had a funky body line in a car that I knew was going to take a little bit extra time, but yet, there was, you could fluff a little bit, right?
Yeah.
You could work it, massage a little bit, say, okay, well, I can give you a little here, but I got to take there, and those types of things. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, and that adds up because it's coming from either the homeowner or the insurance company, and 9 times out of 10, it's the insurance company.
100%. But that's where we're at right now with insurance, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's why everyone's rates are skyrocketing.
Yeah.
It's insane out there because 5 years ago you could file a claim and not really worry about it. Now I go in there, I was like, listen, if you can pay out of pocket, pay out of pocket.
Yeah.
So I think the relationship between the insurance agent and the restoration company has to be dialed in.
Yeah.
Because if I go out there and let's say I represent you, and it's a claim that shouldn't be a claim, but I say, hey, file a claim. Mm-hmm. There's a good chance you're going to lose that customer, that person as a customer, right?
Yeah.
Or the rates are going to skyrocket, or they're going to shop somebody else.
Yeah.
But if I go in there and say, hey, Jan is a buddy of mine. We've done this a bunch of times. This isn't a claim. Out of pocket, if we need to work with you as far as payment plans, we'll do that. But do not file a claim because you have one claim right now, silver bullet, catastrophic loss. Don't use a claim to handle a handyman job.
Yeah.
And I think that is where I'm able to be like, all right, insurance agents, trust us.
Yeah.
And we've done it for them, and we've done it for them time and time and again. And I saved a few customers, not me, our company has saved a few customers from exploring other options from agents. And they're like, this is something new to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because normally they're like, all right, claim. If you get somebody that comes out and says, hey, file a claim, what's the claim number? Remove them off a job.
Yeah.
Immediately. Work together. And I think if people truly care about the experience, when you call me and I come out and you're 3 inches of water across the whole house, file a claim.
Yeah.
But if it's a small leak in a bathroom, hey, let's reassess. Let's work together with your agent, with you, and with us and see what's the best route.
Yeah.
Because every time you call that claim line and mention the word claim, you have a claim on your record.
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing right now for customers.
Yeah.
And I think the good restoration companies identify that. And we work together with the agent, with the customer, whether it's State Farm, Allstate, Farmers. Like, there has to be some sort of agreement where we're on the same page and it's for the best for the customer. Because it comes back. You don't want to lose anyone.
No. We work hard
We do.
for the business we have, right? We don't want to lose it. And it's tough. The crystal ball question that we get all the time. If I file this claim, what's it going to do to my rates?
You're going to get increased.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to go up.
Yeah.
Will it be 10%, 20%, 30%? Don't know, but it will go up.
Yeah.
And ultimately, if you're impounding your payments through which most people are, now your monthly mortgage payment is going. And they're going to increase it more because they're trying to build back,
Yeah.
so.
Or this, like, not this house, but this house has a water loss in its history.
Yep.
Like, does that affect rates as an insurance agent?
Yes.
You would know that more than me.
Absolutely. If you go to buy, let's say the house two doors down,
Yeah.
let's say they have a basement, the sump pump stopped working and
Yep.
it flooded the entire basement, and they got a $50,000 claim. That claim's going to follow the house. It's also going to follow those people when they move to a new house.
Which is, I get it, but it's crazy.
Yeah. So those are the things where it's like, yeah, it used to be 3 years. Now it's 7 to 10 years that it
Just
sticks
stays
around.
right on there.
Yeah. So
I have a surprise
think
for
we-
you.
oh,
I have a surprise for you.
What's
So, I hate to brag, but we are probably the only place in Arizona that carries a particular beer. Would you like one?
yes.
All right.
But we won't. Yes.
This is very special, by the way. This is America's oldest brewery.
Yingling.
This is called Yingling.
Yingling.
So Yingling, I was able to get some Yingling.
Did this get what are they? Cheers.
We get it air shipped in at Lippy's. Yeah, we get it air shipped along with Guinness and Kilkenny. We've got 12 taps, 14 taps plus a cooler.
That's good.
It's good.
That's good.
Yeah. This is America's oldest brewery.
That is really good. I've never had that before. Good stuff.
Yeah, man. First.
Well, thank you.
You're going to remember this.
I am.
So I wanted to tell this story because I hope, and
Yeah.
if you're going to address
No.
this, I'm sorry,
Let's
but
do
like
it.
when I present, like my first presentation is about how yes has changed my life, but I end it a quote that says, people will never forget how you make them feel. Mm-hmm. And I think whether you're just starting out or whether you're established, I know as an agent, it's got to suck to have people come in and solicit you.
Oh.
But you could either be kind or you could be a jerk. And I think there's too many jerks out there. So I have a story. So when I first started with First Onsite, I was given a community. It was a development by Wood Partners.
Okay.
These were the Alta properties. And they were the best teams out there, beautiful communities. And I went in and I totally bombed. And I tell the story to everybody. Like, she is one of my favorite people on the planet in our industry. Like, she is just kind. So I went in and I fumbled and I stumbled and I was the worst salesperson, right? And she was kind enough to agree to go to a lunch with me. So she took her team with me. Her name was Danielle Paulson. She's a regional now. She's just a great person. She's a friend of mine. But the impact that her kindness had on me that day is kind of how I operate in my industry now. A new BD comes up to me, I will always give them time. Because of that experience I had with Danielle and her team at Alta over at Cooley Station. So when you're out there and you're getting solicited or you're having just a bad day and someone comes in and asks you for help or advice or they're looking for maybe an opportunity to build business with you, give them that opportunity.
Yeah.
Because the impact that you have on somebody that comes in could be potentially huge.
Yeah.
And not only did I gained a client, but like, she's a friend of mine and she opened up some amazing opportunities for me out there. And it's because I remember that and that team will always be my priority because of that kindness that one day where she didn't need to be.
Yeah.
And she was amazing. So I've applied that every time where I'm in a bad mood. Someone asks me help, like, I'm in. What do you need? How can I help? Oh, 100%. Even if it's somebody in my industry, like, I have no problem introducing other BD people to other of my contacts.
I'm not trying to pat myself on the back.
Yeah.
Relating to what you're saying. I'm the same way. Like, people have joined the chamber or other groups and they're like, hey, you should talk to Young.
Yeah.
You know, an insurance person.
Yeah.
They come talk to me. They're like, hey, I'm dealing with this. There's so much business out there. And I'll tell people, I'm not the right agent for everybody.
Sure.
I talk too much. I like to educate people on what they're buying. I like them to know what they're buying and make an informed decision. I'm not going to try to make it a transaction. Hopefully I will be there and I tell people, look, everybody has my cell phone. So call me.
Yeah.
I may not answer right away, but I'll answer as quickly as I can.
Right.
But I feel like if I can help, whether that's develop or shape or form or instill knowledge upon somebody where I fell down, dude, I wish somebody would have done that to me 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you know?
Yep.
Said, hey, maybe if you had done this, you know, had I started something back then,
Yeah.
you know, where would I be today type of thing. But anyways, no, I appreciate that.
I think that's the key. That is the key. Just be kind. So I talked to Frank. So Frank, APN guy. I just started to speak to him. He's been great to me. Bob introduced me, but I told him last week, I hate exclusive groups.
Yeah.
And it's because I like earning business, earning friendships, earning time. And if you put me in the room with 20 restoration companies, I might not be the right guy for 10, but I might be the perfect guy for 10.
Yeah.
And I think those groups, because I've been in other groups where it's been exclusive, where I'm like, I'm not referring this person because I gave them an opportunity and they blew it.
Yeah.
So you're kind of stuck. And that is why, like, the Gilbert Chamber for me has been awesome. Like, I met some great people. Elder, Karen Hansen, Jeremy P. I can go on, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're just friends
Yeah.
that I do business with. But I trust them, and they've been amazing and gracious with their time and their connections. Do you know Antoinette?
Yeah.
Has been amazing for me. Her and Marty, that is my group.
Yeah.
But I love the format of APN and being not exclusive because it gives me the opportunity to see more people and earn their business and trust. So, yeah.
Well, it allows you to, you said it. I was going to say, you know, develop, but earn the business. I mean, if I'm in an exclusive group, and I won't name a name of an exclusive group, but if I'm in an exclusive group, there's almost am I getting these referrals because this person has actually done business with me, or because they're trying to get a niche on a scorecard,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
So it's tough because I think there's value in both, but at the same time, I would rather somebody think of me because I've developed a relationship with them and they're like, hey, you know, I do business with this guy.
Yeah.
You should too, you know, type
Yeah.
of thing. Let's talk legacy for a second.
Yeah.
You got Cheryl.
Yep.
Keeps you straight and narrow. No?
100%. Yeah, man.
You got the 3 kids.
Yep.
What does legacy mean to you? And where do you think you want that to look like? When you're gone, what do you hope they say about you?
Oh man, I gotta take this in because I will get emotional on this. And I won't do it. I won't. Like, everyone that knows me, like, every story that I tell is 100% true. Whether it's things that I've seen in the restoration world and I present it to the chamber, or like my first, like, everything. And I think I'll go back to your question.
Okay.
Everything that you speak to and you talk about, it has to be true. You can't go back and you can't circle BS, right? You can't recover BS.
Yep.
So you got to be honest and truthful. My legacy is I just want people to know he was a good dad. That's it. Time, I was there, I cared, I loved, I guided, and then it's up to them.
Yeah.
It's up to them. So, like, yeah,
How old are your kids now?
16, driving,
16.
12, and 10. So I have some time, but
Yeah.
when I get buried, I just want people to say he was a good dude and then he was a great dad. I'm probably the best husband on the planet, but, like,
We'll have to ask Cheryl someday.
You can interview her down the road.
We'll get a second opinion on that.
But no, that is my legacy, Jan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my legacy. And I tell people, like, so when we were doing our will, we were doing our trust. Have you ever done that? It's the worst.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's the worst experience in the world. But there was a question, and Cheryl's a mess, and there was like, this poor lady that was doing it with us, she had asked, she's like, it was end of life. Like, what do you want? You want to be buried? You want to be cremated? And I was like, hey, I've been thinking a lot about this. And I'm like, and I'd really like to be stuffed. And, like, she was like, what? And I was like, I want to give all of my friends some time with me to take me out. Like, just
prop me up.
just like a
Just by the
stuffed-
jukebox or
a
whatever.
stuffed dead body with, like, a pint in my hand, you know, like, just take pictures, hang out with me.
Oh my God. That's
But no, man, I can talk about that
just funny.
because it doesn't bother me. But my legacy will be just to be a good person and a great dad.
That's you remember Alma? Rita.
Yes.
So I would meet with her. I met with her a few times, obviously before she passed, but out at Gilbert Memorial Park, and we would joke about, I definitely want to be cremated. Like, nobody wants, I don't know. To me, it's like, yeah, whatever. But I'm like, I think I do want like a monument, but I want it to be in the ground so it looks like just a plate. And when you get close enough, it's like motion sensitive, so it pops up, and there's got like a reader board on it. It says, "Hey, thanks for coming and visiting me today."
You're like animatronic.
Yeah.
I got better. Like they bury you like feet first, but you're standing up and then you pop up and you're like an animatronic yawn.
Replace all my joints with metal.
Welcome to my space. Like, oh my God, that would be hysterical.
That'd be funny.
Anything you could do to make people laugh.
Oh yeah.
Because there's not enough laughter out
No.
there anymore, man. I don't know what happened. I think it was COVID.
Yeah.
COVID made everyone kind of crazy, and it seems like we haven't broke out of that yet.
Well, I think what COVID did, in my opinion, is destroyed trust.
Yeah.
Like, truly destroyed what little trust was left between authority and
I agree.
non-authority,
Yeah.
so to speak. And people just don't know
Yep.
how to deal with that.
Let me ask you this: like while you've done this, 2,500 downloads, you don't really talk a lot about politics.
No.
And I get it, but do you find we've become so broken? People can't talk anymore, whether you're left or right. It seems like no one can have a conversation without losing their mind.
Yes.
And it's unfortunately because I noticed that Facebook posts, social media, which is the worst, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
But I think when you're in a room with somebody and you have different views, I think that's what makes our country great.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't hate somebody because they believe something else.
Right. They should be able to have a conversation at least. And if you agree to disagree, whatever. It's like, yes, number one, I try to stay away from politics just because it is so polarizing, right?
Yep.
I have my beliefs and my feelings, but I also like to think, and I may you talk to people who know me, they may say no, not. But I like to think that I'm open-minded enough to be able to listen to and hear somebody else's point of view. I may not agree with it, but at least hear it. And there are times when I see things and I listen to stuff and I think, how could anybody think that X, whatever, is even logical?
Right.
Right?
Like landing on the moon.
Right.
Because that never happened.
Yeah. JFK assassination.
Right?
I mean, I'm peeling the label.
Yo, you're like, why did I agree to do that? I talked about the moon landing at the chamber once, and they were like, now I think I have the majority of my chamber referral team agreeing with me.
There are definitely some holes in the story.
There's a lot of
the moon
holes, Jan.
landing.
You can be honest with me. There's a lot of holes.
It's a very interesting concept.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that we are finally potentially going back.
But let's just do
Or
it.
going.
Do it. Let's just
Whichever
do
it could be.
Right.
But yes, no, I agree with you 100%. And it doesn't really matter what it is. I mean, everybody wants to throw darts at somebody else, right?
Yeah.
They're not willing to stop and go, is my way of thinking the absolute?
Right.
Or is there possibility that because my experience of growing up in my life are one thing. I mean, you talked about growing up in a white Connecticut.
Yeah.
I grew up in a white Washington State. We had one black kid in my family, I mean, not my family, in the town. He was adopted by a pastor in the town. There are quite a few Hispanics or Mexicans in your
There you go.
world.
Yes.
But, it wasn't a very diverse community. It was a very white community. I can't speak to what it would be like to grow up in the inner city.
Right.
I can't speak to what it would be like to grow up in the bayou. I can't, those things, I have no idea. I can say, look, every person has the same opportunity
Yep.
to do something with their life if they don't like the circumstances that they currently have. That's the beauty of America,
For sure.
right? If you create yourself as a victim and you live in that victimhood, well, that's your choice.
Yeah.
Right? So this whole conversation about politics, right, left, center, whatever it is, I think, or at least I'd like to think in my unicorn fantasy world,
Sure.
that the majority of us live someplace in the middle.
Yeah. I agree.
Right? We may think, well, this is okay, that's okay. The loudest pieces are on the fringe.
Yeah.
Right? And you need to accept me for this, or you need to stop doing that, but the majority of us live in the middle. But if we get into conversations, and I have no problem getting into political conversations. I just feel like there's enough people out there that aren't mature enough to be able to handle those conversations.
Yeah.
That it would turn into a very nightmarish situation.
It is a nightmare, but I think we should be able to. But I do think, like with CNN, social media, Fox News, regardless of what side you're on, it's called programming for a reason.
Yeah. And it's not news.
It's not.
That is opinion.
It's not.
I mean,
the investigative news reporter has kind of died away, right?
Well, and that's why, and we're going to go down this political world, but that's why right now California is trying to outlaw investigative reporting.
Which is bonkers.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second. Isn't that a First Amendment right? To view and report on something that you see and that you believe, but because you don't believe in it, now you want to outlaw it?
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second. Now you're treading in water that not even, And then they fight, well, that's the federal government. That's not the state. So we need to be ruled by the state. It's like, wait a second. You're trying to have these things both ways.
We're kind of a mess right now.
We're absolutely a mess.
We're a mess.
Because we're allowing the fringes on both sides to dictate
Agreed.
the direction.
Agreed.
So you get me started.
See, we can talk about politics. You and I can talk about politics.
I mean, I could go down a road that would probably just, and it's weird because I think on a quite frequent basis, I have very steadfast thoughts and beliefs on how I think about things. And usually it's more fiscal than whatever the other side of fiscal is. Can't think of it. Anyways, but I think that you got me talking about something I don't want to talk about.
Listen, but that's...
But it's crazy because I feel like people just don't stop and think about what they're actually doing and saying.
Yeah.
I mean, small, tiny little example. When you get people marching the street, protesting against something that really is for what they believe in, but they're against it because it doesn't fit their narrative. I mean,
Sure.
it's like, stop and think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like common sense has gone out the window. But anyway.
Common sense has long gone out the window.
It's like, but I think to your point, I think we sat alone for a year plus throwing darts
Yep.
on the internet, creating these crazy ideologies.
Right. Leave me be, I leave you be. That's kind of my philosophy, right? If you want to do something, do it. Just
Do
don't
what you
hurt
wanna
me.
do,
Don't
yeah.
bring... But this is kind of how this started. It was during COVID.
Yeah. Don't force feed
Right.
your thoughts and beliefs on me because you think it's right for you.
Agreed.
Go do it.
Do it.
I don't care.
Yep.
Go do it.
Were you expecting to talk about politics today?
Not at all.
So that goes back. Like, listen,
Hijacked my conversation.
people love being led, right? They love being led in our industry. It's love being led. But I like pushing boundaries. I like talking about things. I think the more uncomfortable you are, the more you grow as a person, as a business developer, as an agent, as an owner. Like, you have to be uncomfortable at times, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But learn, apply, and grow.
Well, and be okay with not being right.
Right. You don't have to be right all the time. I mean, we're both married.
Which I am very
We're
right
both
most of
married,
the
right?
time.
So we're probably not right ever.
I admit that I'm not right to keep the peace.
Yeah. No, but like, I don't know, man. It's
No, I mean it's I think, the beauty between, we'll call it a male and female relationship. I'm not talking any of the others,
Sure.
whatever. The beauty of it is, for the most part, broad brush, men are very singular-minded and methodical and what I will consider logical. Women are more feeling and holistic and think about all this stuff. A lot of times I don't think men think about, if you're going to throw a rock in the pond, what are all the ripples going to
Right.
do? Right. How's that going to impact it?
Sure.
It's like, I'm just going to throw a rock.
Yeah.
We'll deal with whatever else comes up when it comes up. What's the plan? I don't know.
Right.
Just deal with it.
It is crazy, like, and I'm not just saying this, but like, throughout my experience, the toughest people I've met and I've known are women.
Oh yeah, hands down.
My mom, my wife's mom, like, these are some,
I'm fascinated by, and I'll say Christine, but probably the majority of women that are in my life, I'm fascinated by their ability to truly hold everything together.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because I can't.
if I had to deal with all the stuff they deal with, it's like, I can't do it.
Yeah, man. What's next? Let's go.
Ah.
Let's do this. Now I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay.
Don't ask me any
Now you ready to talk about your family?
emotional questions because I don't do that. Like I don't. That's one of the things, But like, shoot, we'll figure this out. We're gonna
All right.
cut and edit.
So let's talk about Build Different Restoration.
Sure.
What makes you different? Built different.
I mean, I've done this so many times. I think with us, with the relationships I and we have built, I think having access to me as your account rep, to Marcus as the general manager, to Bob as the owner, and to Justin as the GC president of our rebuild, that's saying a lot. And you have 24/7 access to us, where a lot of these companies don't give that information out. Mm-hmm. We'll handle it tomorrow, we'll handle it Monday, but like, we work in emergency services. So it doesn't matter what time it is. If you're a customer and you need us, you call anyone on our team at any time, and we will help you. Man, I've seen it. Like I when I first started out, I saw how to do it. They were great. Matt Critchley, HRS, like they knew their shit. Mm-hmm. And I saw how they took care of customers. And then I also had that exact opposite experience when I was with a larger company, and I saw how it was more of how much money can we get out of this account. Mm. And now that I'm with Built Different, it's more of that experience I initially had when I was with Matt. When I first interviewed with those guys, they basically said, we are in the business of helping people. Money will come. Like money will 100% come if you do certain things right. Mm-hmm. And I think they were missing some pieces that I brought, but I also have learned from those guys, like Bob and Marcus are devout believers in Christ. Mm. And they you hear this a lot, and I'm not banging on that, but like you hear it, but you don't see it. Mm. Right? Mm-hmm. Like a lot of BS goes around that. But not with those guys. Like they have done everything that they've told me that they were going to do when it came to my accounts, my customers, my friends, and they do it the right way. They do it the right way, and I can come home at night and I can sleep fine. I don't worry about it because I know if restoration companies are going to screw something up. Like that 100% will happen with whatever even you. Yeah. You will screw something up.
Oh, absolutely.
But what separates us from a lot of the companies is that we will own it. Mm. We're not going to ghost you. We're going to make it right. We're going to do the right thing. And we're going to learn from it where it's happened. Mm-hmm. But as far as trust, care for their client, accessibility, response time, there's no one out there that beats us. Yeah. Not one person, not one company. And I think that is what separates Built Different from everybody else. Like we've been able to grow pretty quickly. Not just because me or not because of Shayna, it's because our team is aligned in all of our beliefs. And I think that's a pretty special thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. See, I say that so many times, but like, I truly believe that. Mm. I'm not a believer. Like, I'm not. And Bob and Marcus and all those guys know it. Like, they know that. But I can tell anyone that's watching this, listening to this, those guys are the real deal, and they truly will do the right thing regardless of the situation. So I love working for those guys.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. At this stage in your life, what's your focus?
What are my dreams?
Yeah. I mean, what is it that you want? I mean, we talked about legacy a little bit.
Yeah.
But what is it that you want to do? I mean, because money's not not money. I mean, you're wealthy as wealthy can be.
All right, that's not true. I am not. I am not. But I also live within my means.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the people out there that are like, I need the best car, I need the newest fashion, I need this, I need that, and I need a lot of it. Mm-hmm. I've got everything I've ever wanted. Yeah. So I don't need the Beamer. I don't need anything.
Yeah.
I've got it. Make sense?
Yeah. I mean, you have a Mustang in the driveway, so.
Do you know that story about that? It's an amazing story.
It's incredible.
It's an incredible story.
It's absolutely incredible.
That's not my Mustang.
No, I know, Cheryl.
My Oaks was like, "What's your dream car?" I was like, "Nissan Maxima." He's like, "You already have it." I was like, "Exactly." But my dream car is a '67 Camaro. But like, I'm not going to go out and buy a 67 Camaro. I'd rather save that 40 grand.
I actually have a friend who's got 2 of them.
Maybe he'll sell me one.
He actually wants to sell them.
Ooh, send me pics. I'd rather retire early, spend time with my kids, hang out with my friends, live on a beach. But I want to own a pub, man. Like you've known this about me. Like this is great, right? But I want to go next level, and I want to have. I think the community pub has gone away.
Yeah.
And I think everything has become so bougie and like high end, and it's like, oh my God, this is the best, whatever it is, best seafood, best mac.
And everything's infused with basil or cucumber or.
Like, come on, man, come in. I want to have a pub, and I want to have great pints. I want to have great conversation, and I want that connection to come back to our community. Like, I think community is everything, but I don't know if people still have that pride in their community.
Yeah.
So I think the pub does so much more for an area, for a community that I want to do. Like I've told everyone this, what's your dream? It's to own a pub, spend time with my wife, my kids, and travel. That's
To
it.
the beach.
Beach, man.
Mountains or beach?
Beach, 100%. Like I want nothing to do with landlocked mountains, like nothing. You put me in Aruba, I'm done. I'm done.
What life lessons have you taken away so far from your life? We could say you're halfway through at 50, right?
Yeah.
At least. What life lessons have you learned that you would, if you could just take it out of your brain and implant it into your kids? And then which ones took you the longest to actually absorb and
Be a good human.
yeah.
Be a good human. We're not religious, right? But I think a lot of our friends are devout Christians. And I think the underlying message to any religion is just to be a good, decent person. You know, like we're not going to be a bully. We're not going to make fun of people. We're not going to like get greedy and just be a decent human. I think if we do that as parents, we've done our job.
Yeah.
I think the world needs more decent humans, adults and kids. I'm the first person to say, hey, you're kind of a dick. Sorry, pardon my language. Like,
No, there's, and it's crazy because, I mean, we see this in little community Facebook pages all over our beautiful little town. But I feel like there's a piece of lack of responsibility that is creating a generation that just is dicks.
yeah,
I mean,
don't be
it's
a dick.
Yeah. It's like this stuff where you see like somebody standing on the subway waiting for a subway train and somebody walks up and just clocks them for no reason.
Punches them in the face.
Yeah, or pushes them to.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is in your mind that would make you want to do that?
Yeah,
Right?
man.
Some old lady walking down the street and you just clock her for no reason.
Yeah, because
It's
there's no fear of repercussion.
No.
Like that person should be publicly executed.
Absolutely.
But I think, and I always compare like I'm not saying we're the best, but like I always compare because I've lived it, I've experienced it. Agritopia is a special place. It's a special place. You have special friends. Like some of our friends that we do life with on a daily basis are here, and they become family to us, man. Like they mean the world to us.
Yeah.
But this was farm, and this was a vision by the Johnston family that turned into this. Like, are you familiar with our?
You know what's crazy? When we lived in the Seattle area, and we were talking about possibly moving to Arizona someday, and
Yeah.
there was an article in the Seattle PI about this concept Agritopia, and this is back in the early 90s.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it was like one of those things where it was like, oh, that sounds like a really cool
Yeah.
place. So when we finally moved here in '99, we came looking for it, and it wasn't here yet, but it was, yeah. So we knew about it before we came.
It's an amazing place, and just to kind of like speak briefly on it, it's basically the circle of life. Like you have the townhomes for a family that's just starting out, right? And then you have your traditional single story. You have basements here for your larger families that are expanding. You have restaurants, and then you have a senior living facility. You do not have to leave our neighborhood. It's the circle of life. You have a school. It used to be Surrey Garden, now it's Gilbert Christian, but like you have everything in here. And I love doing life with all of our friends and our people in our neighborhood. And I had that in Enfield too, but like I don't know if a lot of people do have that still. I think that's a miss.
Well, I think I think in smaller communities they have it because Agritopia is in and of itself a smaller community.
Right.
Right. So you've got a smaller community in a large metropolitan area. And I feel like we talked about early on, my hometown, I mean, we had 6,000 people, 5,000 people in my hometown. There was an elementary school, it's like basically K through 4, I think, and then 5 through 6, 7, 8. You know, I mean, it's like,
yeah.
But it was like, that was where you went, you know, and you didn't have a choice.
Yep.
You could homeschool, but that was so
Different time.
right.
Different
Not
time.
then, right? But so I think there's a disconnect. We've become so drive into our garage, close the garage door, go inside,
Yeah.
get out, go. And the thing that you've done here, especially with the tavern, is brought them inside, right? I mean, the times that I've been here and the people that are here, it's impressive. I
Thank
mean,
you.
know, and then you do the Irish band on the trailer and
Yeah, man, it's a special place. I always tell people, like, until you experience it, it is a magical place. Like, and I know I sound crazy, like, you got to come in and experience
I mean,
it.
I'd buy 2 houses down from you. I just don't know if I could do Christmas.
Dude, you
And I
love Christmas.
love Christmas. Yeah, but we're the type of people that's like, oh, shit, I forgot a dozen eggs at the store.
But then your neighbor would bring you a dozen eggs.
Yeah.
You love Christmas.
I
And so
love
here's my
Christmas.
thing. Let's talk Christmas. You have the ability to provide a core memory for a lot of kids that don't have this.
Yeah, that's true.
So 20 years from now, these kids that are walking through our neighborhood with the magic and the lights and Santa, they're going to do that with their kids. And I think for us as Agritopians and as very good neighbors and the way our neighborhood was built and designed, if you have a problem with that, shame on you. And 2, anytime you can create that magic for somebody that doesn't have it, they don't, right? Look, we're very aware of the people that are walking through.
Yeah.
They love it, they enjoy it, but maybe they don't have that in their neighborhood, that we can provide it. You do that 100% of the time. And that's a hill I will always die on. Like, this magic in our neighborhood, it's not from me, it's from everybody. It started off with Tamarisk and Virginia Street, but it's grown. And it's a magic I'll never let not.
It is amazing. I mean, obviously thinking about it from a homeowner's perspective, if I had to live it for a month, right, it would probably wear on me. However, the magic is the only way I can put it.
It's magic.
Walking in, and it's crazy because I do decorate my house, and I've got an idea this year. Christine may or may not like.
Just say yes.
But anyway. So, but I would say it's on the level of Disney from a perspective of the magic that
Sure.
you come into. So, I mean, I applaud you, and I agree with you 100%. I mean, when we go look at Christmas lights every year, a lot of times it will be, well, it's parked 5 miles away.
Right.
And walk
Sure.
in, But there's certain neighborhoods that every single year we go drive through.
Yeah.
Just because, they leave that impression. And you're like, oh, this person, freaking grumpy old Billy over here doesn't decorate,
Don't do it. You're not, listen, don't do it. Don't move into here with the idea of you're not going to decorate.
Yeah.
You'll get publicly shamed.
Yeah.
And, like, if you're going to do it, walk.
Yeah.
One more round?
We are back.
What else you got?
Back. We're still
Jon, I'm
recording.
going to go, we'll go our third and final.
Third and final.
Schmittix.
Mythwicks.
We have it on tap too, but I'm going to give it to you in the can.
Red ale, nice.
You ever have a Schmittix?
Not in a can.
All right. Cheers.
So-
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
I loved your podcasts. I watch them a lot.
Well, good.
What
appreciate
is
that.
what is something that you've taken away from doing all of these interviews? Like, obviously you're learning. What's the one takeaway that you've had?
Oh,
You didn't think I was going to interview you?
no, that's a tough question. The one thing, I would say that we're not so different from each other, and which really is kind of why I started the podcast in the beginning, because I wanted to have conversations with people.
Yeah.
When you've probably experienced this, but when you go to networking events, and it's like, what do you do? And you say, I do insurance. They're kind of
Right.
like, glazed over. I need to go that way. Look, but dealing with businesses all the time, I felt like in life we all deal with the same shit. We've
Yep.
all been bullied at some point. We've all had to, pull up our bootstraps and,
Yeah.
fight through it.
Yep.
We've had loss. We've had, all that stuff. So I think it's just solidified that we're not so different, and it doesn't matter. And I think most people want opportunity.
Yep.
I would love to be smart enough to figure out some widget that I could make that you could sell 72 billion of them. I got
Right.
$1 for every one you sold, and I
That'd
can
be
just
great.
sit back and
That'd
be
be
like, I'm not that smart.
No.
Actually, I've probably thought about those things, but the minute I've thought about it, I've forgotten about it because I don't know how to do it or
Right.
whatever. But, the majority of people want to live their life. They want to be happy. They want to be able to provide for their kids and their families. But the podcast has allowed me to have conversations with people that I don't know whether real or not. I don't know whether I would have had the wherewithal to be able to actually have the conversations.
I get it.
Right?
Yeah.
Because everything is so transactional.
Yeah.
And it's how can I get you to like me so that I can do business with you and that sort of thing. And it's like, and I hate that. Like, I hate sales.
Yep.
If I could have the mentality of making widgets in a factory for 8 hours a day,
Agreed.
it would be amazing.
Agreed.
I would shoot myself in 5 minutes. So it's that whole thing where it's like, man, I have ideas. I want to talk to you about your tavern because I'm like, dude, that'd be so fucking cool.
It's
It'd be so cool.
it's close.
So there's getting people to a point where they feel comfortable to take a chance is a hard hurdle to get over. But through doing the podcast, I'm finding most people hold their nose and jump.
Yep.
There's thought, don't get me wrong, there's planning, there's all that stuff that goes into it, but a lot of people just go, I'm going to take a chance. And if I'm going to take a chance on anybody, I may as well take it on myself.
You have to take a chance.
Yeah.
You have to. And it's funny that you said that because I've got one of my best friends back home in Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
Look at.
I like this.
Have you ever had?
This is nice. We had Guinness.
The greatest beer on the planet. Then you had Yingling.
Yes.
And then you had an Irish red ale.
I feel quite spoiled.
I feel great. Back to your question.
Yes.
So, we were talking about, please refresh me.
With regards to
Taking a chance.
Yeah, there
Sorry.
you go. Woo,
We're back.
man.
So taking a chance. So my buddy back home, his son is an amazing artist. But when you're in a small town and you're an artist and you kind of think outside of the box from the jocks or the normal, the normal, right?
Right.
You're kind of an outcast.
Mainstream.
You're kind of, yes,
Yeah.
you're an outcast.
Yeah.
He just got accepted to a college out in LA
Okay.
for acting and music. And I was like, that is the greatest news I've heard because once you find your people, doesn't matter what it is, your happiness just shoots through the roof.
Yeah.
And I think for me, you had talked to me earlier about what kind of makes me tick. I love it when my friends are happy. And I think a lot of us are not happy.
Do you feel, and I'm not asking you this to make you emotional. It's not that at all. But as a guy, as a person that I am, and I feel like you and I are very similar in the way that we deal with life. When Cheryl's happy, you can do no wrong. Or it gives you confidence.
100%. I think when, not just a spouse, or not just Cheryl, but when your spouse, when your spouse is like, when you connect, supportive, not just happy, but like if your spouse is like, hey, Jan, you have an idea, and she's like, hey, you should do it. We're all in together.
Yeah.
The more that you're in together with your spouse on anything, the happier I am.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing I'd rather do than do something with her.
Yeah.
So if I have an opportunity to do a pub or to do like a trip, like all of my friends are like, hey, we're going to go Key West. Let's go. It's like, all right, me and Cheryl will be there. They're like, what? You're going to bring your wife? It's like, yeah. I like my wife better than you.
Yeah, right.
Like, why wouldn't I bring my wife?
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I have more fun with my wife than I do with the majority of my people.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, it's guys' weekend. It's like, well, have fun. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going with her, man. That's yeah.
Experience that with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just feel like anyways.
No, continue. Maybe I didn't answer it correctly,
No,
but, like,
you did. I just think there's this confidence boost when you feel like, and I think you said it accurately more than I did, because it's when you feel like that person is, I'm going to say behind you, but it's not I'm standing behind you so you can do what you want to do. It's not that. It's they've gotten behind whatever the vision is. It's interesting because you talk about the pub, and Christine at one point, her and her ex-husband owned a gelato shop. I could see her in we'll call it a retail environment, but I'm not talking clothing retail. I'm talking hospitality, more restaurant type environment, where because she loves to talk to everybody and anybody, and she'll talk for hours to anybody and everybody. It's like, whatever it is. I mean, it's like, and it's amazing to me because I don't have that gift. I mean, I can talk to people, but I don't have the gift of.
Oh, I can talk. Oh, I love talking.
So it's incredible because I think that's cool. I mean, anyways, I don't remember where I was going with that.
No, but let me piggyback on that
Yeah.
because you had mentioned something, and I know you weren't saying this the way you said it, but like, I've never liked behind you.
Yeah.
And when we walk, it doesn't matter if it's Cheryl or if my kids, like my girls are on the side of me. Like, I hate the whole philosophy of who's behind you. What's your wife? No, my wife is on the side of me. My kids are on the side of me. Like, no one's behind me.
Yeah.
But once that happens, once we're like in alignment,
Yeah.
hey, we have this idea, like everyone knows I want to open a pub. But once my wife got on board, it changed everything.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, now it's game time. But yeah, I think you're a lot stronger when you have your spouse, not just wife. Like, alpha females are out there. Like, there's a lot in APN. There's a lot out there, right? Mm-hmm. You're stronger when you're together and you're in alignment than you are with somebody behind you.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, absolutely makes sense. And I guess alignment is a better way to say it. Behind you,
I know you weren't saying
supportive.
that. I know,
supportive.
100%.
Right.
And that makes me tick. Hey, I'm in. All right.
Yeah.
No one's stopping me.
Yeah. Because I feel like, anyways, I was just.
But the pub is real, man. Like, this has been amazing for me. I love meeting people, man. Like, you know that. Like, we've had Victoria Cross winners in our pub, World War II heroes in our pub.
That's incredible.
Fighter pilots in our pub, World War II bomber. Like, you name it, they've been in here.
Yeah.
And I think the more time you take to learn about someone, and the more special you make people feel, that's life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we're here for what, 70 years? How old are you?
55.
You have potentially less than 20 years.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do with it, right? That's the question I ask myself every day. Like, I want to be happy.
Yeah.
I want to be happy. And I think that's the first question you ask somebody. Hey, are you happy? And they think about it. No one really asks that question a lot. Like, when was the last time somebody asked you that
Let me
question?
ask you that. What is happy? What's happiness? What does that mean to you?
Time. Time for me is happiness.
Okay.
And I'm in a position now, like, I've worked hard, like, to gain clients and accounts and to help a business grow, and I'm not done. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. I was looking to make sure they're both recording.
Happiness for me, man, it's just, dude, I like this. You and I haven't hung out like this.
No.
And we don't need to film.
No. Yeah.
But this is why I love the pub. Like, my buddy Willie and I, we were joking with the idea of, like, writing a book on how to live life. Like, what makes life a good life? And it's just the people you surround yourself with, whether it's professional or personal. Don't take any shit. Don't be unhappy. Like, and make course corrections as you go. But, like, all these pictures on this wall is the entire growth development of my life with these people, and they've been amazing. Like, do life with people that you love.
Are you successful?
Depends on what you consider success.
What do you?
Do I make?
It doesn't matter what I think of it.
Listen to me. If you told me I was going to have this when I was 15, I'm in. But going back, man, like I've never equated it with money like this. All these pictures, when you look at these pictures on the wall, that's more important to me than anything.
Yeah.
Anything. You could ask a billionaire that, but they might not be.
Yeah.
Because they don't have this.
Yeah.
Got all the money in the world. They earned it. They did whatever they wanted. But the majority of those guys are just not happy.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled. I love my life.
Well, that's good. And success is what you want it to be.
Yeah.
I mean, am I successful? Did you ask that? I feel like I'm successful. The fact that I've been through bankruptcy, divorce, lost the house, and I jokingly say you could write a country song about my life and it would fit. To the point where I started a business. I've had very supportive people in my life that have helped me get to where I'm at. Not from a monetary perspective so much
Sure.
as a support perspective. But yeah, I mean, am I where I want to be yet? No. But I'm still working at it.
Yeah.
You know? And I would hope that people see that I'm successful. I mean, but it matters, but it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
You know, you look at it and you're like, do you care what people think? There was a thing that came up in Instagram, and it was a bunch of different celebrities like Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson and Jason Momoa, I think, was on there. Anyways, basically, it was really that whole thing where it's like, don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks.
No.
And as soon as you can stop giving a fuck what anybody else thinks, then and only then can you truly be successful.
100%.
And it's so true. My problem is I do still think I still care what other people think. But at the same time, it's like I'm getting closer and closer to that point where it's like, this is who I am, right?
Right.
And I used to laugh and think, at what point do you become old and crotchety? And I think it's just the point where you go, I don't give a shit what people think about me.
I don't give a shit.
I'm just going to say whatever I want, and I don't care.
Yeah.
I got too little time left to really give two shits about what you think about me.
Right. Or to work overly harder than I need to.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, there's always, if you make X, you set your goal at making X, which, I think I have that goal that I know what I want to be making, but let's say I set that goal and then I get to that point. Am I happy? Getting to that, does that make me happy? Or is now there a new goal that I need to achieve because now I'm spread to the point where I need to, make more?
Yeah, no, man, I've heard that a lot.
So I don't know. I mean, I feel like your focus, I love your outlook and your focus. And the number of times we've talked, and it's like, I think about back to when I was a kid, my parents scuba dive.
You could say scuba dove. I don't think it's right, but you could say it. I know what you mean.
They would scuba dive a lot. And they were part of a group called Sea Scouts. But I can remember at a very young age, under 5, maybe 5 or 6, but under 5, going with my dad to get the tanks refilled by the guy that was airing up the tank.
For sure.
And I can remember at that time thinking, that's a cool job.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I can remember that. And I can think now, like, I've never gone scuba diving in open water. I've been in a lake, with my dad's equipment and stuff, but I've never gone open water. I've never done any of those things. But when you talk about being on the beach and stuff like that, that's where my mind goes. Like, I think, how cool would it be just to be, there's a chillness to it of, whatever. And I'm sure it's different, right? It's that whole grass is greener on the other side.
No, it's not different. It's much greener.
It's
like we were down in Aruba for my 50th in January, and they have a thing called shout out to the Jolly Pirates.
Your birthday's the 18th, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's right. We have the same birthday. I forgot about that.
Yeah, same birthday. The Jolly Pirates. These guys take a pirate ship out, and they take a bunch of people out,
Get
and
drunk.
they do rope swings into the ocean,
Oh, no shit.
and they get drunk, and it's the best time ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, like if you said you could do that for 365 days a year, would you be happy? Yes.
Yeah.
It would be amazing.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing. What would you do in Aruba? I'd probably bartend. I'd own a pub somewhere.
Yeah.
And I would just veg out. And I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm good with that, man.
Work from whatever time to whatever time. And
I couldn't imagine just doing the 80-hour-a-week grind. I'm sorry. The grind culture has to die. It has to die. For what?
I think we're getting closer.
I don't.
No?
I don't. I think the whole grind culture has to go away. It's like, oh, I'm going to grind for 80 years. For what? So you can die and leave all the money to your kids?
Yeah. It's
What? Like, for what?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to grind for 51 years. And then I'm going to retire in Aruba and swing off a rope swing all day long. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
And that's like, I think if everyone just had more honest discussions about that, like what makes you happy?
Well,
a rope swing into the ocean does.
It's funny because the kids make fun of me because I love watching Alaska Last Frontier and some of those different homestead shows and stuff like that.
I would die in 2 weeks. I would be dead. I'm the worst. Like if it
Really?
comes to that,
That's
like
funny.
could you survive out there?
Yeah.
I couldn't. I would die.
Really?
Yeah, I would get eaten or I would freeze to death because I don't know how to start a fire. And I don't like firing guns. I'm all for guns, but like I don't know if I could shoot anything. I'd probably get eaten by a bear or I
funny.
would freeze to death.
That's funny. Yeah, I definitely think I could.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to reverse it.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm going off script.
Yeah, let's do it.
So you're like an you're an Alaskan bush person.
Yeah.
You have 3 people that you have to survive a year with. Who are you taking and why? It's an amazing question, isn't it?
Gosh, that's tough because
It's
there's
tough.
3 people. That's tough. That's brutal. You know, I say Christine.
You're
but
taking
then,
Christine.
Yeah, you say Christine, but then people are like, "Oh, you just say Christine."
You
She's
take
like,
Christine.
I would take Christine because she's resourceful and she could get shit done. 3 people.
Can you grow? Like, are you a farmer? Can you grow?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I can source stuff, I can propagate, and I can do. I mean, I grew up in a small town. My parents had no money, so
Yeah.
we did a lot of that stuff. We
Okay.
canned shit all the time. We'd go to the which the ladies now, I think one of the senators or something for the state of Washington, but we'd go to their house all the time and pick peaches.
Do you know where Wenatchee is?
Oh yeah, my dad's family used to have a farm there.
My good friend of ours that I
An
knew
orchard,
from
I
Burbank
should say.
had an apple orchard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. My dad's family had apple orchards.
it's amazing.
In fact, my great grandfather, little known fact, this will go out. My great grandfather had dementia and Alzheimer's, which we're now dealing with my mom. But they still had parts of the orchard, and his little house was in the orchard, and they ended up. He ended up leaving the house naked, thinking that he was walking into the bathroom, and was walking down the street naked. And
I want to party with that guy,
the
Jan.
orchard. Yeah, no, my family. In fact, after they sold the orchards there, my uncle Wayne bought pineapple plantation in Hawaii, and had that for. I don't know if he still has it.
Wow.
I think it's gone now. I think he's probably passed away, but anyway, so he had that for a number of years. So, yeah, I know exactly where Wenatchee is.
That's
In
really
fact,
cool.
my favorite town in the entire state of Washington is Leavenworth, which is just
The
by-
best place to go for Christmas, I've heard.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
If you guys ever have an opportunity to go either for Oktoberfest
Okay.
or for Christmas, the Christmas lighting and stuff.
It's like a German town, right?
Bavarian, yeah.
Yeah, Bavarian. Yeah.
And you roll into town and it's like some of the best wineries have their wine stuff there, but then you've got beer like there's no tomorrow and fresh baked bread
Oh,
and
shit.
pretzels.
That'd be
and
amazing.
Bratwurst and sauerkraut. I mean, it's just like it's authentic. It's
That's
good.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
So if you ever get a chance, Leavenworth is my favorite place. Aside from, do you remember the show Northern Exposure?
Yeah.
So there was when they started the show, it was actually filmed in Roslyn, Washington, or parts
Okay.
of it in Roslyn, Washington, which was
Yeah.
close to where I went to college.
So with Rob Morrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a side of a building that had a moose and stuff on it. The moose would walk in front of it, but there was a pizza shop there. And it's funny because recently we were having some pizza. And they serve their pizza. The crust is an inch before it hits the toppings,
The sauce and toppings. Okay.
but they then serve that with powdered sugar and honey.
Okay.
And that's basically dessert is powdered sugar, honey, and the crust.
On the crust.
Yeah. And it's called Roslyn Pizza, but I think it was called something else. But anyway, so I love Washington.
That's amazing.
There's some great places up there. I mean, it's funny because people are like, you love it so much, go back. It's like, I don't miss the winter, like
No.
at all.
Because humans shouldn't live in the cold.
Oh, it's freaking cold.
Or like the rain.
Well, you grew up in
I did, but
Connecticut.
like my friends still stayed there. It's like,
Oh.
all right, like you have a 4-hour flight. You can come back to like sunshine and happiness.
Right.
You want to stay there? You wonder why everyone's so miserable. They're all depressed and miserable.
That's how
Sorry.
Seattle. That's how Seattle is.
Oh, yeah.
It's like moved to Seattle, lived in Seattle for a few years, and it's like, dude, I couldn't. My brother lives in Ketchikan, and he'll probably listen to this. He lives in Ketchikan, Alaska.
Alaska. Okay.
So it's basically it's in the inner.
yeah,
inner
I know
pass.
exactly where it is. It's where
So-
like the seaplanes come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they live basically on the edge of a rainforest.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, I don't know how you do it.
I wouldn't do
they
it, but it's amazing.
I don't think, I'm fairly certain they don't have like a well or water. It basically, it rains so much that they have these tanks
Yep.
that fill up.
They boil it.
Yeah. And it's like, they treat the water and it's like, I'm like, no. I mean,
I tell all my friends back home, Jan, I was like, look, there are these shiny little things that have wings that they fly away.
yeah.
Come see me, because I'm not coming home.
Yeah. It's like, I love going home in the summer, which now my parents aren't there. So I'll have to see if I actually go back.
Okay.
But I still got a really good buddy who's got a big piece of land up there. So until he sells it, I'll probably go back once a year.
Are you a hunter?
I used to be. I'm not anymore. I haven't
Okay.
hunted. I haven't hunted since we moved to Arizona. But I used to hunt. Yeah, both bow and rifle. But
You ever fur trap anything?
no.
No.
Used to fish all the time. I used to fish. Funny story. I used to fish all the time. In fact, my daughter, before we moved to Arizona, so we moved to Arizona when she was 99, 4 years old. I used to take her fishing, and we'd sit and fish and
Yeah.
whatever. We moved to Arizona in 99. The house that we moved into next door, the guy had a boat. He's like, hey, you want to go fishing with me? I'm like, absolutely. We went up to Saguaro. I'm standing on the dock as he's putting the boat in, and I'm thinking, I will never eat a fish that comes out of this water.
Oh, yeah.
And we used to fish to eat the fish.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm
Nope.
eating a fish that comes out of this water. So, all right, we should probably wrap
I
up.
had fun, man.
Yeah, no, I had a great time.
This was great. Listen. If we do this again, we'll dive into like more detailed
Yeah, yeah.
stories.
I'll get you crying on the show.
Probably not going to happen, but we'll talk, man.
Well, I really appreciate it. One more question. If you could today go back and talk to your 13-year-old self, what words of wisdom would you tell yourself that you wish you would have known all those years ago?
Stick with the blondes. Always blondes. Travel more and just enjoy yourself. Enjoy your time. I think traveling, I never traveled until I met Cheryl. I really never got on a plane. But traveling for me recently, like the last maybe 10 years, has opened up so many different feelings, whether it's mine or my kids. Like we were out in Barcelona and it's Spanish. My oldest daughter.
Mexican?
No, Spanish. Hey, you see where I went with it?
Yeah, I did.
It wasn't Barcelonian. It was Spanish. But my daughter was able to like communicate with the servers,
Really?
the hosts, and I was like, wow, like this is amazing. So I would tell you, if anything from this today, travel.
Yeah.
Travel as much as you can. Go and see as many places and meet as many people as you can that don't necessarily have the same views as you or the same government as you. Like just go and travel. Like I love watching Anthony Bourdain with my kids. He was all about travel and food. And I think when you really break down us as a species, it's travel and food. Meet as many people as you can. Go to as many places as you can and just experience it. You don't have to document it. You don't have to social media it. Like just go and meet people. Like my wife and I, so Cheryl used to live in Aruba for like 7 years. Her dad was an engineer for Sunoco. And he was an engineer down there at the oil fields. And we've been going recently back. And we've gotten to the point where like we land and we go to our resort hotel. and they know us. And they're like, Brian, Cheryl, welcome back. Oh my God, they give us hugs. Like,
Wow.
And it's because you take the time to learn their story and where they're from. Like, dude, like you said earlier, we're not different.
Yeah.
We're not. It's that stupid thing.
Yeah.
It's the things in our hands that divide us.
Yeah.
Just shut it off. Go meet people. Like, you can go anywhere and meet people, and we have the same want in life. It's just to be happy, to be left alone, and to have our kids be like as safe and as protected as they can be. But like, it doesn't matter where you go. That is the core belief everywhere.
Yeah.
But travel.
Yeah.
I would tell my younger one to just travel as much as you can.
I think that's awesome. I was just talking to, I just had Alia Goutier, who
Yeah.
owns Tinted Salt.
Iran.
Yes.
Yes.
Just had her on the podcast. And I think, like, I haven't traveled a lot. I've been to New Zealand. I've been to Canada. I've been to Mexico.
Okay.
Barely into Mexico.
Yeah.
When I went to New Zealand, it freaked me out because I didn't know what to expect, right? But I feel like we are fed all day what to think and see and hear of other places, right? So it's like, oh my God. When I went to New Zealand, I think I shared this before. When I went to New Zealand, I had a layover in Melbourne. There was a guy in Melbourne that we did the eye connecting thing.
Yeah.
It's like type of thing. That's it. Get off the plane in Auckland, New Zealand, or Christchurch, I think. Get off the plane in Christchurch, and I'm waiting for the bag. And here's this guy again. And you just kind of like connect. It's like, okay, this is weird type thing. End up, I'm supposed to be going to a hostel to wait for my brother because he's flying in. End up, this guy's, we're standing outside. This guy's waiting for his wife to pick him up.
Yep.
So we start talking. Well, he happens to be a pastor from somewhere in Christchurch. He was in Colorado because a cousin passed away and he was doing the ceremony and did all this stuff. Invites me to dinner. And I'm like, kind of feeling like creeped out a little bit, like this is weird.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? Okay, yeah. He goes, yeah, we'll take you to dinner. You know, your first night here, we'll take you to dinner. I'm thinking, this is cool. I'm going to get a true New Zealand dinner my first night in New Zealand. You know where we went?
Outback.
Kentucky Fried
Oh,
Chicken.
shit.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That's the best.
Yeah. I mean, different experience, you know, but it was one of those things where it's like, that was my aha moment that, you know what?
We're all the same.
Yeah. It's not that different. And what you see on TV is not what's going on out there.
It's not. And I watched her briefly, the Iran.
Yeah.
And then every time you kind of like watch people when they travel, they're like, hey, where's your favorite spot? And it's always Iran, Iraq, random places.
Yeah,
and it's like these people are amazing.
Yeah.
But we're taught through programming.
Yeah.
You gotta hate the Iraqis.
Yeah.
You gotta hate the Iranians. You gotta hate the Russians.
Yeah. And here I am thinking, oh, does she live on a dirt floor in a clay hut?
Yeah.
You know, it's like
100%.
no.
You live in a pyramid?
Right.
Sorry. But like,
yeah.
that's,
Right. Exactly.
And it's our
that's our
perception that we
ignorance.
get. It's our ignorance here.
Yep.
But that story was amazing. And every time I watch, we all have the same wants.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's like, where's the disconnect? Why are we doing this? Why are they doing that? When does it stop?
Control.
Totally like off topic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I met so many of my good friends are Iranian, Iraqi. I've got a couple like Russian, like we're all the same.
Yeah.
We are all the same.
Yep.
It's just we're divided through that thing.
Yep. They're told what we should
Which
be
is
doing.
crazy to me.
Exactly. Well, Brian,
Always.
appreciate it. Thank
Yeah,
you
man,
very
it's
much.
great.
Hey, you had a gift for me. I have a gift for you.
Oh, I love it.
This is for an edition of your bar. Although, I mean, you didn't drink a lot of hard alcohol.
I do not touch tequila. But that's it. I love this.
Yeah, so it says I went above and beyond. It's got your name on the back of it.
Hopefully you have me
And
back.
you've got oh yeah, of course. And it's got a challenge coin in there because you went above and beyond. So appreciate you taking the time on a Sunday to meet with me.
This is amazing.
We finally got together. So
You're doing some good things, man.
Awesome. Well, I
I'm
appreciate
proud
it.
of you,
Thank you.
and I'm glad to call you a friend.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man, for sure. This is Brian Riley, and I went above and beyond.
Lunch mobs buzzing, ideas in the air. Golf outings where stories we share. Beyond the fairways, friendships grow. truly thrive.